Broadcasting from the great state of Texas. News and views with a Lone Star perspective. You can sound off during the show by sending Chad a text at 806-680-2790. That's 806-680-2790. Or call in at 1-800-687-0790. Now, here's Chad Hasty.
Lubbock, Amarillo, Abilene, Wichita Falls, Midland, Odessa, Dallas, Fort Worth, down in Houston, over in El Paso, and anywhere else, inside or outside the great state of Texas, wherever you may be listening. We welcome you into the Chad Hasty Show, as it is freezing in at least parts of the state. Up in Amarillo, let's take a look. It's about 13 degrees in Amarillo right now, right around 13 degrees here in the hub city of Lubbock. It is a brisk 22 with a nice wind chill. Got a good wind chill out there of, what is that? 7 degrees. A nice 7-degree wind chill. It'll be colder tomorrow. Abilene checking in, right around 31 degrees, just south of Abilene. It's about 34. So the cold front, if you're looking at the map, it's pushed through the Panhandle, into the Big Country right now. Where if you look right now it's just kind of moving through the Midland, Odessa area. Midland's at about 38 degrees, but just south of that area. You look at San Angelo. San Angelo's at about 46, so 46 degrees in San Angelo. But if you're traveling I-20. The cold front is it's making its way through the Metroplex. It's right now in DFW, depending on how close you get to the D in DFW. It's at about 44 degrees. If you're closer to Fort Worth, it's around 36. So right around Weatherford, about 36 degrees. So it's right in the middle, about 43. It shows, and yes, we do have winter weather out there. We've got a little bit of, I believe, some snow mixed with wintry mix throughout Lubbock and into the Panhandle. We've got, and that really kind of just, it's been fall. It's been spitting at us for a little bit here in the Lubbock area. Now we actually have stuff. Now we've got some real stuff falling. Here in the Lubbock area, same up north in Amarillo. You got a little bit of snow action up there, and then just between Lubbock and Wichita Falls, this mass amount of just icy weather, just wintry mix in between Lubbock and in Wichita Falls is falling. A little bit of ice out there as well north of Abilene, north of Midland, it looks like. And then right now, DFW still just with a bunch of rain. That's going to be switching over, including here in Lubbock, as we get more snow. In fact, if you're just in the northern part of Lubbock, you're going to start to see snow. Well, you probably already have. If you're in the southern part of Lubbock, you're dealing with a mix of sleet and snow and ice and all that kind of stuff. You want to get to the snow. That's where we all want to be, is when the snow falls, because the ice, that's what can do the damage out there. And stay off the loop. Already heard at least one accident on the loop. We'll let those of you know in the Lubbock area where some of the traffic is right now. We debated, okay, do we do a best of today? Do we, what do we do? No, we're on the air. We're on the air because we know you want to talk about stuff. Maybe you want to talk about the winter weather. Maybe you want to get into some of the topics that we're going to talk about. Today's National Pie. Is today National Pie Day? Is that what I read? That it's National Pie Day is today, January 23rd. So your favorite pie, that's your running topic today. We're going to think a little. We could have done the whole cold weather food. It's chilly. Let's be honest with each other. That's what everyone's going to be having this weekend. Somebody's going to be cooking a whole lot of chili. My wife is cooking chili right now. When I left the house this afternoon, it smelled so good in the house. Very excited to get home today. Very excited to get home as chili is going. And so we want to know your favorite pie on National Pie Day. You can text in at 806-680-2790. It's also an open line Friday, which means you can talk about anything you want to talk about. Not only will we talk about the ice and the snow, but we'll talk about ice coming under fire nationally. Were they in the wrong? Have they been in the wrong? We'll tell you what public opinion shows, and will it matter in the midterm elections? So we've got that to talk about during the program today. Also, the latest in the U.S. Senate race on both the Republican and the Democrat side. We can get into that throughout the show today. And younger voters in J.D. Vance. Why are some young Republicans not liking J.D. Vance, and will it even matter? So we've got all of that to talk about on the show today. Of course, we also have the winter weather to get to, and I'm sure that'll be a big focal point as we try to relay information to people. And if there are any major wrecks out there, feel free to let us know. By the way, you can text in and let us know if there's any major wrecks that we need to alert people on. But I heard there was at least one on the loop. As it gets colder and darker, we're probably going to see more wrecks on the loop. I would just say avoid the loop. Avoid the loop. Avoid the flyovers. That might be an area you want to avoid if you're able to, and you pretty much should be able to throughout the city of Lubbock. So we've got that to get into on the show today. Anything else? It's an open line Friday. We've told you how you can text in. Of course, you can also tap the app, send us a message that way through the app chat. You can also hit us up on social media. We're also always on social media at Chad Hasty Radio on X, also Instagram, and on Facebook as well. It's where the show continues all day long. I'm sure I'll be on Twitter quite a bit over the weekend while watching James Bond marathons and getting ready for a little playoff football in the NFL. You got that happening this weekend. And, of course, you can always give us a call at 1-800-687-0790. That's 1-800-687-0790. 1-800-687-0790. The first voice you hear from when you dial in today. Sometimes he likes to play amateur weatherman. It's Nick. Nick, how you doing today?
Doing well, staying warm.
Yeah.
That's important. In fact, I was just listening to good old Ron Roberts.
Yes, what was he saying?
He was saying that just north of Midland, there is a wall. And basically all rain that's passing through is turning to icy rain.
Oh, that's
just
fine.
Just north of Midland. So everything traveling northwest,
yes,
from Midland, including through Lubbock,
yes,
is just. He had a great visual. It was all covered in.
That's good
icy,
for the radio,
isn't it? This icy rain covered all the way. So, in fact, I think he tried to show a camera. It was completely iced over.
Oh, good.
You couldn't even see anything.
Nice.
So that's what we get to look forward to.
Yeah.
But actually,
no, I think here. I mean, it looks like it's where we're getting some snow out there.
Yep. Looking out my little window in my hovel, I can see the entire ground is white.
Yeah.
So we've got something. We're in the stage where you can make a little pathetic snowball.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt. It's just, you're basically just throwing a handful of snow, but
Sure.
it's there.
Yeah.
You could do it. So we're there. We're getting there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's good. That's gonna see. I got my cameras up on the house, so I can watch in real time like what's going on out at the house right now, and I can confirm snow is falling.
That's true.
At the house, I can confirm. 1-800-687-0790. You can give us a call when we come back. We've got your text messages to get to. We've got your phone calls to get to. We're going to mix in a little politics, mix in a little fun, mix in a little weather. It's a Friday. We'll be right back.
The Titan of Texas Talk Radio. The Chad Hasty Show.
Talking with newsmakers and about the issues that matter to you. The Chad Hasty Show, weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Chad's show is also digital with the Chad Hasty Show podcast. The Chad Hasty Show podcast can be downloaded on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and the Radio On Demand page on KFYO.com. The Chad Hasty Show, all across Texas during your drive home, weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m.
When you see a car that's been in a bad crash, it's no accident. When it backs traffic up for miles, no accident. And if there's a fatality involved, somebody died. That's no accident either. A lot of the time, it was speeding. And it's no accident that speeding is a factor in more than 150,000 crashes every year in Texas, many of them fatal. So slow down, be safe, drive smart. A message from TxDOT.
TSN headlines: a huge winter storm is heading our way, moving north to south. Already it's in the teens in the Panhandle. A large swath of Texas is going to see sleet rather than snow, mostly along I-20 corridor. Freezing rain along and east of I-35 into East Texas. Snow conditions in the Panhandle and parts of West Texas. Fort Worth, one of many Texas cities that have opened their emergency operations center. The busiest airports in our state say you should keep an eye on your airline's app if you have a flight over the weekend. Airlines have already canceled over 1,000 flights at the two biggest airports in North Texas. Now, Bush Intercontinental in Houston says passengers with flexible plans should consider making a change before heading out to the airport. And this is one of the last things you want to have happen right before a massive winter storm. Thousands of people in San Marcos lost power due to multiple electrical pole fires. First reports came in around 4:15 in the morning. With your Texas News headlines, I'm Barbara Schwartz.
Digging without contacting Texas 811 first could cost more than you think. Texas 811 is a free service that helps you avoid damaging underground utilities like electric or gas lines. Every year, accidents happen because someone didn't take a moment to contact 811. Whether installing a fence or working on a construction site, contacting Texas 811 is the law. It's quick, free, and keeps you safe. Visit texas811.org today for more information. Safe digging starts with one simple step. Make it today.
Want to carry through on that fresh look you promised yourself for 2026? Well, readingglasses.com is the place to go. We have over 40 brands of reading glasses for every budget and taste. Ray-Ban, Oakley, Tom Ford, and more available with your choice of lenses and coatings. All readingglasses.com glasses come with our people-pleasing U.S.-based customer service, fast free shipping, and free returns. Go to readingglasses.com and enter code 10 to enjoy 10% off your first order.
South Plains weather forecast. The temperatures continue to be in the lower teens, just around 13 degrees or so, and that'll be the low temperature for Saturday morning. Freezing rain and sleet will continue, mixed with areas of snow showers into Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Sonic and the Sonic Smashers. The meteorologist Ron Roberts, Lubbock's official weather station, News Talk KFYO.
Financial news on KFYO.
Daily with your money now. Shares of Moderna fell 6% today. The biotech CEO, Stefan Bancel, told Bloomberg TV that the company doesn't plan on investing in new late-stage vaccine trials due to the opposition of immunizations by the Trump administration. Location sharing app Life360 saw its shares soar 24% today. Data showed that its monthly active user base grew 20% last year to 95.8 million, and its financial results for 2025 appear to be better than expected. Mixed results for Wall Street to end the week. The Dow Industrials fell 285 points, ending the session at 49,099. NASDAQ picked up 65 points. S&P 500 added 2. The Trump administration has canceled solar projects in Puerto Rico worth millions of dollars as the island struggles with chronic power outages and a crumbling electric grid. The administration said that widespread solar would not be stable enough and would be fragile to that grid. Again, Wall Street stocks mixed to end the week. That's your money now.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Local events, newsmakers, and information. It's Sunrise LBK on KFYO.
Sunrise LBK coming up Monday. We're going to see how you weathered the storm over the weekend. And Ambassador Naj is going to be here at 7:05. We're talking state of the world.
8:05, we've got Ryan Hyatt. He will talk about Tech Houston and who is going to play in the Super Bowl.
Coming up on Sunrise LBK Monday. Tom and Ken, we'll see you. KFYO, the news and talk of West Texas.
Empowering West Texas with news that matters. News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 AM, KFYO.
Don't forget about Chad. Find Chad on social media at Chad Hasty Radio on X and Instagram. It's the Chad Hasty Show.
Chad Hasty Show. Thank you very much for tuning in today. You can send in your thoughts on the text line 806-680-2790. That's 806-680-2790. You can text in. You can also give us a call at 1-800-687-0790. Your favorite pie. Today's National Pie Day. So you can send in what your favorite pie is. If you want to weigh in on that one. Let's see. Rick in Lubbock, my favorite pie is from my home state. It's the famous Kentucky Derby pie, which flavor features chocolate, black walnuts, and bourbon. All right. Let's see. Another texture. West Loop exit from I-27 is closed. Thank you very much. Another texture. They sent this one in a little bit earlier. Judge Parrish could have authorized county employees to leave a little earlier today, but he decided to wait until everything was iced over. I think that's a little dramatic. I mean, I don't know what time you were able to leave, but it's not completely iced over in Lubbock. In fact, I'm probably going to make some people mad when I say this. The schools really didn't need to be closed today. Right? I mean, did they? Did the schools really need to be closed in Lubbock, Texas today? Was that something that really needed to happen? I don't know. I know I left when I left the house, and I left a little bit late today. The roads weren't slick. The roads are fine. Now they might be getting slick now, but the roads were fine when I left my house earlier today. I don't really know if you needed to have all the schools, just get out at noon or delay completely. Nick, we had a text. Matt at the county judge, Curtis Parrish, who could have authorized employees to leave a little earlier today, but he decided to wait until everything was iced over. I don't know. I'm going to give him a pass. On that one. I mean, everyone was gone here. It's just like Nick and I hanging out, and that's it. Everyone here's gone, but again, driving in earlier, it was fine. Let's see. You can text in 806-680-2790. Another texter. Is there any validity to behind the Abraham Enriquez campaign? There's stories out there. There's stories out there alleging things. I don't know. We will have Abraham Enriquez on next week, though. That I can tell you. I know people have also asked about some old tweets that he had. We will get to that with him, I'm sure. Let's see. Another text coming in. At best, the schools could have let out at 2, but not closed all day. Yeah. I think so. Let's see. Another texture. Right now, I could go for a piping hot pizza pie. Obviously, I think most foods are good when they're really hot, like right out of the oven, right? But pizza is one of those two where I don't know, it just it changes just how good it is. Like a donut that's fresh out of the oven, that's good stuff too. Absolutely. 806-680-2790. Oh, Ben Runkle has weighed in. Dear Chad, thanks for doing a show today. Most folks would be afraid to go out of the house and run the risk of being scolded by TV's Ron Roberts. Will this be a test of ERCOT, or will the weather not be that bad statewide? If Lubbock Power does go off, should local officials be blamed for signing on to ERCOT? Thanks again. Be safe when you go home. That from Ben Runkle. Good thoughts. No, I don't think you're going to have the grid go down. Everything points to this not being nearly as bad. Will some people lose power? It's very possible. If you have any downed branches, hit some power lines, that's always possible. Now, here's something interesting. Nick, if I were to tell you, and you don't run a city, but if I were to tell you, and jump on the microphone here, that the city of Lubbock is going to have certain buildings open to be warming centers during the winter storm, would you think that those places would be open during the winter storm?
My first thought, I would.
Yes.
If that's their intent,
yeah.
If their goal is to provide warmth during a storm,
yes,
they should be open during the storm.
Yes. Well, I received this email.
Oh, boy.
Yes. This is from the city of Lubbock. Due to forecasted winter weather, all City of Lubbock offices and libraries will close to the public at 3 p.m. The libraries, which are operating as warming centers during business hours, will remain closed over the weekend. That's not a warming center. That's just a library.
So you got a taste of it today.
Yeah.
This was your chance.
And by the way, you closed before it actually became cold.
It was a little chilly this morning.
What are they doing over the city of Lubbock? Like, I hope no one has to use these places. But and I know there's other shelters out there, but if you're announcing to the citizens that you're going to have shelters, warming centers open, and then you go, but not when it's cold outside.
Is it because they don't have people to run it? Is that why?
I have no clue why. I mean, you'd think, hey, let's get some overtime going.
Yeah,
let's find someone
volunteer. I don't know.
Let's find a volunteer to get out there.
Anyone, yeah.
And read some to the kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just that came across, and I'm just sitting here going, wait, what?
That's like closing any type of shelter or anything.
Yeah.
Because it's outside of business hours.
Right. It's outside of business. We're not going to. No, I don't think so.
Defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's it just doesn't it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Here's a warming center, but not when you actually need it. I mean, you could just declare City Hall a warming center if you wanted to do that. It's a library. Just if it's not a warming center, it's just a typical. You could go in and sit down anytime you want to at the library. I guess I could call the library a cooling center as well during the hot summer. But then they close it after business hours. They tell you to get out. 806-680-2790. When we come back, your phone calls, your text, and more.
The Chad Hasty Show can be heard all over West Texas. Weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Tune into News Talk 95.1 and 790 KFYO in Lubbock. News Talk 940 in Amarillo. News Talk 94.7 and 1470 KYYW in Abilene. And in Wichita Falls on News Talk 96.3 and 1290. The Chad Hasty Show. Make it a part of your drive home. Weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m.
Let's be honest. The National Symphony may not be in his future, but he wanted to try violin. So you said yes because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more about keeping your kids safe in your vehicle at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
KFYO is your connection to West Texas. Local voices, local issues, and a commitment to our community. We're not just reporting the news, we're a part of it. Streaming online at KFYO.com or on the KFYO app. News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO.
Fox on Tech.
More driverless taxis are on the loose. Waymo is now driving with no drivers in Miami. The company says it will begin service in the South Florida city in a service area covering 60 square miles, including Wynwood, Brickell, and Coral Gables. They will eventually include Miami International Airport. Miami Beach, however, remains outside the service zone. Waymo vehicles, however, are not a new sight for drivers in Miami. The cars have been mapping and even testing with no human driver for months. Waymo is owned by the same parent company as Google. Waymo uses its own app, and you need to create an account. There is a large wait list in South Florida. And Elon Musk's Tesla will now begin service with no human drivers in Austin. Tesla's autonomous taxis have been operating with safety drivers since last June. Tesla's robo-taxis are hailable using their app called RoboTaxi. With Fox on Tech, I'm Eben Brown, Fox News.
Could you imagine the city of Houston announcing to everyone, hey, a hurricane is coming. You can take shelter here, but only during business hours. Afterwards, we're going to ask you to leave and find another place to go. But this is a hurricane shelter, but not tomorrow. No. No, and we're going to close. We're going to close early today because of a hurricane. It's on its way. Yeah, you can't. I don't know what it's. Amateur hour over at the city, I guess. Which sometimes, well, I guess you get used to it. 806-680-2790. That's 806-680-2790. You can send in your thoughts on the text line. You can give us a call as well, 1-800-687-0790, and sound off on any of the issues, any of the topics. Chad, media. The media is just media in general, I guess, is manipulating us with this storm, just like COVID. That's why schools were closed. Notice the fear with electricity. Grocery stores get overrun. General panic happens. Warming centers, milk, paper products gone in stores. Sound familiar? Every year we get one in the big storm this time of year, just like clockwork. Happens either right before my birthday, well, it's your fault then, or right after. I was born during in a blizzard. When are we going to learn? Well, I will actually say this. The media, in my opinion, I don't know who you're referring to as media. The media actually was a little bit more responsible with this one than social media. Social media was hyping this. And again, we don't know what's, we'll see how all this plays out. You never know with a snowstorm or anything else. But there were people on social media. You've got these, and I love weather. I'm very interested in weather. I'm kind of a weather geek. But you have these people who they invest in, all these different weather programs and everything else because they want to be these amateur meteorologists, amateur weather people. And again, anyone can start a Facebook page. Anyone can start a Facebook page and call it Weather 24/7 Extravaganza and put it out there. And there will be somebody who clicks on it. And they share it, and they share the information, and they don't know who that person is. They have no idea. So I would actually say that it was this. I think this was more hyped up by social media than actual TV people. The TV meteorologists that I saw. We're kind of like, pump the brakes. It's not going to be as bad as you're going to need, you're probably going to be inside there during the weekend. But this is not as bad as we've seen. Now, again, you've got the people who are all in it for the clicks and everything. Yeah, you've got that out there. But I do think there's also some of the, PTSD or whatever from, the 2021 storm where people are worried that we're going to have the grid go down and we're going to have issues. People get worried about that. And that's, you can blame the media, but you've got people in politics who bring that up all the time. It's become a political issue. The grid is a political hot potato because there are some on the left who want you to believe that the grid's going to go down every time there's either a really cold day or a really hot day. And they're kind of hoping it does so they can blame Greg Abbott. I think most people, at least most people who I know, they didn't run to the grocery store and get stuff. They didn't run to the grocery store to buy 30 packs of toilet paper. They didn't do any of that. We got stuff that we needed for the weekend, just like we do every other weekend. It's where my wife and I, we usually will go to the grocery store on Saturday or Sunday. guess what? We moved it to earlier this week. So we would have stuff, and we knew that we were going to cook, or she was going to cook chili on over the weekend. We knew what we needed. We got it. We're good to go. The people who freak out, part of it's human nature. I mean, you can look at any time. I've been in Lubbock since 2001. I've been in Lubbock since 2001. And anytime snow is talked about, people flip out and they run to the grocery store and they load up on stuff. So it's nothing new. It's nothing new at all. Now, the schools closing early, that's new. That's new. But here's why they do it. They have built-in days. They didn't have this when I was in school. They have built-in days throughout the semester to where they can actually take a school day and just they kind of add it into a day later. And if they never actually took that snow day, they just kind of cancel that day off. And so they kind of pre-build now snow into the school calendar. A lot of the districts do anyway. When we come back, your phone calls, your text messages, and much more on the Chad Hasty Show.
The Chad Hasty Show, a presentation of Texas Town Square Media Network. The views and opinions expressed during the Chad Hasty Show are not necessarily the views of this station's staff, management, advertisers, or Town Square Media.
Add the KFYO text line to your contacts and voice your opinion during our local shows. 806-680-2790. That's 806-680-2790. News Talk 95.1 and 790. And on the KFYO app.
Car buying can really suck. That's why you need a friend in the car business. CarPro Jerry Reynolds here to make car buying fun and fair. Go to carpro.com to connect to one of my friends. The best part is it's free. carpro.com.
News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. KFYO and K236CP Lubbock. And on the KFYO app.
It's 6 o'clock in Texas.
40 states in its path. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. The huge winter storm impacting millions of Americans is on the move. Fox Weather's Mike Seidel is in Tulsa, where there's freezing rain.
We have not seen a footprint for a storm like this in at least 15 years. It's either snow or ice. Hopefully you get the snow. Ice is going to be destructive, and it's going to knock out power to hundreds of thousands of people. And already we've got snow north of us across parts of the state of Kansas, around Wichita. Lubbock, Texas has had sleet and freezing rain. So it's all getting underway. It's going to be heading in here in a few hours and then head east on Saturday and Saturday night, getting to New York by Sunday morning.
At least a foot of snow expected in New York City and New England, and a lot of snow expected in Washington, D.C.
The weather expected to dump around a foot of snow in the nation's capital. The federal government also coordinating closely with states. Officials in Georgia preparing for significant amounts of ice.
Fox's David Spun. Georgia emergency management officials urging people to stay off the roads this weekend. At the March for Life gathering in Washington, Vice President J.D. Vance told the crowd the Trump administration's economic agenda is making it easier for Americans to have families.
On the stage of the March for Life rally, Vice President J.D. Vance tied the president's economic agenda with the life agenda.
As the president knows better than anybody, if we want to convince more Americans to choose life, we must also choose policies that make family life possible. So we've done that as well.
Vance is expanding the child tax credit, establishing Trump accounts for newborns, and bringing down housing costs will make having a family more affordable. Before the vice president spoke, a video message from President Trump was played where he said the administration is making unprecedented strides to protect innocent life in the institution of the family.
Fox's Jared Halpern. America's listening to Fox News.
Live local talk on Sundays. Reason, Religion, and Reality. Steve Evans and the Reason, Religion, and Reality crew are a panel of constitutionally minded, liberty-loving patriots covering topics from U.S. Supreme Court decisions, government actions across the spectrum, and attacks against the church. Reason, Religion, and Reality. Sundays noon to 2 on News Talk 95.1 and 790 KFYO and the KFYO app.
South Lane's weather forecast. The temperatures continue to be in the lower teens, just around 13 degrees or so, and that'll be the low temperature for Saturday morning. Freezing rain and sleet will continue, mixed with areas of snow showers into Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Sonic and the Sonic Smashers. The meteorologist Ron Roberts, Lubbock's official weather station, News Talk KFYO.
Broadcasting from the great state of Texas, news and views with a Lone Star perspective. You can sound off during the show by sending Chad a text at 806-680-2790. That's 806-680-2790. Or call in at 1-800-687-0790. Now, here's Chad Hasty.
All right, welcome back to the Chad Hasty Show. I paused there. I'm watching the television that we have. And I guess they got like some new interns or something out at one of the local TV stations, because they have this girl who's been out there for like 4 hours standing in the same place in front of the United Supermarkets arena going, yeah, they changed the game time tomorrow until to like what, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, something. I don't know. And you can't camp outside because it's going to be cold. And she's just been standing out there. She's got huge earmuffs on. I mean, she doesn't look warm. She looks very unhappy to be out there. But there's always one. You always know if you're the low reporter on the totem pole, because you get stuck out in the snow. Like, that's usually the new reporter. They're like, hey, why don't you go stand outside for a bit? We're gonna have you do the live hits out at the arena. Oh, inside the no. No, outside. That's where we want you. That's where you need to be. Hollywood says, have a safe weekend, Chad. Hollywood, you as well. We're planning on having a safe weekend. We got the fire. We got extra firewood. We're good to go. Got the firewood situation handled. We've got flashlights charged up, batteries. Got firearms loaded. Just all kinds of preparation needed. In case of anything that may go crazy over the weekend. Chili is being chillied right now. So hopefully everybody has a good and safe weekend. Taking a look at the just some of the temperatures continue to fall across the state. You've got some more of the state now getting covered in a little bit of wintry mix, if you will. Have that going on. 806-680-2790. That's 806-680-2790. Your running topic today, your favorite pie. Today's National Pie Day. So you've got that. Tomorrow, by the way, is National Compliment Day. So give somebody a nice compliment tomorrow. Nick, you look like you don't like complimenting people. Do you think it's bad to have a compliment day, or?
I think giving compliments in a natural environment, that's great. That's fantastic. That's nice.
Okay.
But it seems strange telling someone, hey, you know what?
Well,
compliment strangers tomorrow. It's just I think it needs to be a natural thing. It may come off as odd.
Sure.
If you walk up to someone and go, hey, great shirt.
Well, you're probably not going to walk up to anybody this weekend. Let's be honest. But maybe
I will not be. No.
Maybe you save it for Monday, and you see somebody, and you're like, you know what? You're doing a great job.
No.
You're doing a great job. You tell somebody at work, hey, you know what? Thanks for bringing in coffee. You know, whatever. Right. You just give it a nice. You do a great job. Thank you.
Yeah. Take a rain check tomorrow.
Yeah.
Move it.
A little snow check. Yeah.
Snow check. We'll do a Monday. Will be compliment. It'll be compliment Monday.
Yeah.
We'll start it.
Compliment Monday. Yeah, I like that. We could always do something like that. Let's see some more stories that are out there. Okay, so you've got this continued fallout from the ICE officials, who the news media, they want to say that that ICE officials detained a 5-year-old. That ICE officials detained a 5-year-old. This was up in Minnesota again. And that officials detained a 5-year-old, and it was obviously just a horrible, horrible thing. Today, you had ICE officials fire back. The assistant director says his men spent hours comforting the 5-year-old child that the news media says was detained. Well, my officers did that, not his father. My officers stayed with the child. They cared for him. They took him to get something to eat from a drive-through restaurant. I think they went to a McDonald's. And spent hours ensuring that he was taken care of. Again, my officers did that, not his father. His family refused to open the door to take him back. According to officials, they say that ICE agents took the 5-year-old boy in Minnesota to a McDonald's, played his favorite music while driving there in order to comfort him. You have the news media saying that this 5-year-old boy, and it's a very sad picture. You don't want to see any 5-year-old sad. You don't want to see any 5-year-old crying. You add to it, it was about minus 12 degrees outside, and the kid's the child's dad just runs away. His family won't open the door. The news media, they take this picture and they put it everywhere, and they try to say that ICE is mean. They're cold, or they're monsters. What were they supposed to do? Leave the kid? Just leave him out in the freezing snow, freezing weather? Just leave the kid there? No, they didn't report that. ICE agents took the child who was abandoned by his father. One of the family members wouldn't open the door, so they took him to McDonald's. They spent hours with the kid when they could have been doing other things, but no, instead they comforted the kid. They took care of the kid. They eventually got the father. Now the two have been flown to Texas. They're being housed together. Father's an illegal immigrant. Yeah, I feel bad for the kid. The kid doesn't know what's going on. The kid doesn't deserve to go through this, but that is his dad. And the dad didn't seek to become a U.S. citizen. For whatever reason, he apparently didn't seek to become a U.S. citizen. And then he decided to run from the police, run from ICE agents. And what do we always hear from the Democrats? Oh, we don't want kids separated from their parents. Well, the kid wasn't separated. He's back with his dad. But no, that's not good enough. Now it's a horrible. We shouldn't ever. No kid should have to go through this. Why didn't the left ever complain about the hundreds and thousands of children who are abandoned by people trying to sneak across the border? They never focused on those kids. Border Patrol agents were always finding missing children. They were finding kids who were lost. They were brought across the border. They were left. They were abandoned. And the news media never said anything. They didn't say a word about it. But someone snaps a picture of this little boy looking scared, and I'm sure he was. He's 5 years old. He doesn't know what's going on. I'm sure he's scared and cold and everything else. It's sad that it happened, but I blame his dad. I blame his family. The fact is this. ICE, have they made some mistakes? Sure. Absolutely they have. It's a government entity. They're going to make some mistakes. Yes, they've made some mistakes. But let's not discount the all-out war that the news media and the Democrat Party and Democrat politicians have waged against ICE. And the fact that the news media has been willing participants to put out this fake narrative about ICE and Immigration Border Patrol agents. They've been willing participants to do this. They have no problem spinning their propaganda. And it's made ICE officials look horrible. There was a poll that was released earlier today where they get 6 in 10 people have a negative view of ICE. And I'm not surprised because most of the media, if you go and you read any story in the media, and I have seen people on Facebook who find these stories about the 5-year-old and anything else. Every story that's out there about the 5-year-old, unless you go to Fox News or some of these other places, every story is just about how this 5-year-old was detained and used as bait. They never tell the story of the father fleeing. They don't tell how the agents took the boy to a McDonald's. They don't tell any of that. They don't print any of that. They don't report any of that information. That's kind of crucial information if you're wanting to report and paint a picture for the voters. But that's not what they want to do. They don't want to paint a picture or not an accurate picture at least, for the public. They want to tell their side of the story, and that's it. Pretty sad. 806-680-2790. That's 806-680-2790. Your favorite pie. You can weigh in with that. Also, really anything else you want to get into. It's an open line Friday. When we come back, your phone calls, your text messages, and more.
The Titan of Texas Talk Radio. The Chad Hasty Show.
Talking with newsmakers and about the issues that matter to you. The Chad Hasty Show, weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Chad's show is also digital with the Chad Hasty Show podcast. The Chad Hasty Show podcast can be downloaded on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and the Radio On Demand page on KFYO.com. The Chad Hasty Show, all across Texas during your drive home, weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m.
Pedal to the metal. Greased lightning. Burn rubber. Make tracks. Full gas. Whatever you call it, it's speeding. And a heavy foot can cost you a heavy fine. Or more. Speeding is a factor in more than 150,000 crashes every year in Texas. Many of them fatal. Slow down. Be safe. Drive smart. And take it easy. A message from the Texas Department of Transportation.
Ted Cruz here. Tune in to KFYO every Sunday at 11 for Verdict with Ted Cruz. But stick around for Reason, Religion, and Reality at noon, followed by the best of the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show, right here on the News and Talk of West Texas. News Talk 95.1 and 790 KFYO.
KSN headlines. A huge winter storm event is coming our way, moving from north to south. It's in the teens in the Panhandle. A big part of Texas will see sleet rather than snow over the weekend, mostly along the I-20 corridor. Freezing rain will be along and east of I-35 down into East Texas. Snow in the Panhandle, parts of West Texas. ERCOT says the grid is in really good shape. Oncor has crews stationed across North Texas, along with extra repair equipment. For Saturday, they've already canceled over 1,000 flights at DFW International and Love Field Airport in North Texas. According to FlightAware, nearly half of the cancellations are American Airlines flights. Southwest Airlines, headquartered at Love Field, has canceled 136 flights set for tomorrow. One of the last things you want to have happen right before a big winter event. Thousands in San Marcos lost power due to multiple electrical pole fires. Tonight in the NBA, the Houston Rockets at Detroit. And with your Texas News headlines, I'm Barbara Schwartz.
Imagine there was more of you. A you working on custom retirement plans, while another you preps for open enrollment. When you partner with Paychex, we become an extension of your team. From AI-powered intelligent HCM to HR advisory and employee solutions, we give you more of you. New customers book a meeting with Paychex and get a $50 gift card. Visit paychex.com/you.
Carsforkids.org. Right off the car, not the kid.
Got an old or unused vehicle you need to get rid of? Donate it to the original carsforkids.org. Towing is free, and you'll be helping kids in our communities. Carsforkids.org is the best vehicle donation charity impacting the lives of kids thanks to your vehicle donations. Carsforkids.org picks up vehicles in any condition, and you'll receive a $50 gift card. Don't delay. Donate today.
Lubbock South Lanes weather forecast. The temperatures continue to be in the lower teens, just around 13 degrees or so, and that'll be the low temperature for Saturday morning. Freezing rain and sleet will continue, mixed with areas of snow showers into Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Sonic and the Sonic Smashers. The meteorologist Ron Roberts, Lubbock's official weather station, News Talk KFYO.
Hi, this is Gordon Deal. Coming up on this weekend, the traditional happy hour may be fading into the sunset. Here why workers and employers are both turning their backs on end-of-the-day social interactions. Also, do members of Congress with a background in public service make better lawmakers? Plus, how to conquer your discomfort of networking and how a dog became a mayor in Texas. That and more coming up on This Weekend. Saturday mornings at 5 on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO.
The news and talk of West Texas. News Talk 95.1 and 790 KFYO.
From the Panhandle to the South Plains to the Big Country, it's the Chad Hasty Show.
Back on the Chad Hasty Show. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Let's see. Mike and Slayton on the app chats asking if there was a reception problem with KFYO and Slayton. I don't think so. Should be good. Let's see. What's up with Chip Roy? Is a rumor of him siding with transitioning kids in Texas and issues with the Trump agenda. That from Mike and Slayton. Well, Chip Roy, has he had problems with the Trump agenda? Overall, no. Where Chip Roy gets into a back and forth with Trump, it's overspending. Chip Roy wants to hold the line on spending, and he believes the government spends way too much money. And he's one of the he's one of the conservative fighters in Congress who just, when budgets come across, he wants to do everything he can to cut every penny that he can cut. I'm kind of okay with that. Has he come out against the Trump agenda? No. Has he been a thorn in Trump's side when it comes to some of the budget stuff? Yeah. But I'm kind of okay with that. I really don't have a big problem. And has anything failed because of Chip Roy? No. There's usually an agreement. There's usually some back and forth. They talk to each other. I think it's very telling that Trump has not endorsed in the race for Texas AG. He has not endorsed anyone for Texas AG. The story of Chip Roy in the transitioning issue, this came about, it was late last year. Margie Taylor Greene traded her vote on a budget bill. So her bill that would have banned, it was something to do with transitioning. She traded her no vote so that way her vote or her bill could be heard on the floor, which never passed anyway, and they knew it wasn't going to pass, but she traded her vote still, and Chip Roy was like, what are you doing? Stop trading your vote. That's where some of his opponents are getting the whole thing. Chip Roy is holding up transition. No. Chip Roy is against kids who is against the idea of transitioning kids. He's against that. Chip Roy is very, very conservative. Very conservative guy. And I, again, has he been a thorn in the side of Trump from time to time? Yes. So as money-wise, Chip Roy supported impeachment after January 6th. And again, that's something that's a fine reason to be against Chip Roy. Again, there are reasons that there are things that Chip Roy has been wrong on. Absolutely. But when it comes to things that he has done right, I'm going to give him the credit on the things that he's done right. I still find the AG race fascinating. No one's really, Aaron Wrights is out there throwing punches left and right at people. And I think if you're on social media, you see a lot of Aaron Wrights, but otherwise you don't hear a lot from him. He was supposed to be on the show this week. We could never get him confirmed for a time. Hopefully he'll be on next week. But no matter what, you're going to hear from Aaron Wrights a lot in the future, whether he wins or not. I still think it's Chip Roy's race just because of name ID. But that's a race that I'm kind of waiting for that one to heat up, because you've got Mays Middleton in that one. You've got Chip Roy. You've got Aaron Wrights. And again, I like Aaron. I like Aaron Wrights. I like Chip Roy. There have been things that I've disagreed with Chip Roy on, but overall, I think Chip Roy would be a fine attorney general. Aaron Wrights, I think, would be a fine AG as well. Mays Middleton would probably be a fine AG. Now, all these would probably be fine AGs. It's just, how big of a fighter are they going to be, I think is maybe one of the main questions. 806-680-2790. Okay, let's see. This story out of Yahoo Entertainment. Nick, here's something you can do tonight. Fire up your Netflix. A guy named Alex Honnold, I think is his name, will climb the Taipei 101 skyscraper live on Netflix. American rock climber, the death-defying star of the 2018 Academy Award-winning documentary Free Solo, will try and scale one of the tallest buildings in the world on Friday, and he'll tackle all 1,667 feet the same way he has others. No rope, no harness, no safety net. No one has ever free soloed Taipei 101 before, just as no one had conquered some of his own other climbs. Nor has anyone ever streamed so much risky endeavor in real time as it's happening. So one way or another, history will be made on Skyscraper Live. So they're calling it on Netflix. How hard is it to climb Type A 101. It isn't easy. For one thing, the buildings go straight up. Unlike most of the extreme rocks, buildings are steeper than most rock faces. Hoddle told Netflix earlier, most rock faces, even the ones that look vertical, aren't actually vertical, or they're non-vertical for the whole way, whereas the building, it's vertical the entire way. So it's cool. Glass and still also slippery. So he has to deal with that. I don't know. Usually it's a big build-up, and it's like, okay, he's able to do it and everything. So, which I guess is what you want, right? You want him to... Like, is there anyone out there betting that he doesn't? How bad would it be, Nick, if he got like 10 feet up and lost his footing and just like fell down? Sprained an ankle? You're Netflix, you're like, how much should we pay for this? Dude just fell down, like not even a story. He fell down. He lost his footing. That's boring. Do you start back over? I guess you could do that if you just fall down like 10 feet. 806-680-2790. When we come back, well, we'll get things ready, prepared for the weekend when we come back.
Jackie Blue lives her life from inside of her room.
The Chad Hasty Show can be heard all over West Texas. Weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Tune into News Talk 95.1 and 790 KFYO in Lubbock. News Talk 940 in Amarillo. News Talk 94.7 and 1470 KYYW in Abilene. And in Wichita Falls on News Talk 96.3 and 1290. The Chad Hasty Show. Make it a part of your drive home. Weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Has anybody told you about Coast to Coast AM tonight?
Coast to Coast is one of those programs that deals with strange mysteries. We'll look at Bigfoot. We'll look at UFOs. We'll look at real science. And we'll also look at conspiracies and what it all means to you, the listeners of Coast to Coast AM.
It's the best in overnight talk radio. Coast to Coast AM.
Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie. Tonight at midnight on KFYO.
Hi, this is Ted Cruz. Join Ben Ferguson and me each weekend for Verdict. We take you behind the scenes for the ultimate insider show with the most up-to-date news and reaction.
It's Verdict with Ted Cruz every Sunday afternoon at 11 on KFYO.
All right, welcome back to the Chad Hasty Show as we begin to wrap things up. Jeremy on the app chat. Chad, did I hear you right? That the city of Lubbock is no longer opening warming shelters during the winter storm this weekend? What happened? Well, the city of Lubbock announced a day ago that the libraries, or at least 3 libraries, maybe 4, but at least 3 libraries would be used as warming shelters during the winter storm. Then an email came out earlier today stating that the libraries will be closed due to the winter storm, and they closed the libraries at 3, and they said that the libraries, which are used as warming shelters, would be closed over the weekend due to it not being business hours. So they designated these buildings warming centers for an event that was going to happen over the weekend and they're not open. I mean, it makes no sense to me. I don't know who at City Hall thought, yeah, that sounds good. That's a good idea. Now, granted, there are other shelters that are open for the homeless. But that normally what the warming shelters are is if your power goes out or your heater goes out at home and you need a place to go. Sure, homeless folks can go to these warming shelters as well, but for a lot of folks it's just the house is cold. Power went out. We need a place to go. Need a place where we can just hang out and keep warm, and that's it. And that's what, from across the state of Texas, that's what's used as warming shelters. And really, we've seen this since 2021 and a little bit before then, where you had the idea of warming shelters pop up. People who lost power or their heaters went out, they couldn't keep up with the cold, whatever the case may be. I mean, it falls along this line of the same thinking of, I saw someone say, hey, here's the tornado shelters. Oh, the tornadoes are coming. Never mind. Again, you would never see in Houston, I mean, Joel Osteen maybe, but the city of Houston wouldn't say, hey, here's shelter from the hurricane. Everybody can come over here for the hurricane. It's shelter for you. And then, it's only going to last until 5 p.m. because, it's dinner time. It's after hours now, so everybody has to leave the shelter. It's just another one of those head scratchers that I'm sure the city council, I'm sure they'll say, we messed up, someone messed up, sorry about that. I don't know. You have to shake your head sometimes. (806-680-2790). You can send in your thoughts on the text line. Don't forget, you can download, subscribe, and download the Chad Hasty Show podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify. We've still had a little bit of trouble with those, but I know we got the Cornyn interview up and the Wesley Hunt interview. We got those running. So you can go and check those out and, spread them around and listen to what the candidates have to say. Let's see, Washington Post. You know what? I'm going to save this one for next week. That's a fun story I'll save for next week. Just to have it on the side there. Let's see. Story out of the Washington Post. 4 things parents should know about screen time. There's new guidelines from the AAP on kids and media. There's no magic number anymore when it comes to kids and screen time. No answer for what hours limits will ensure children have a healthy relationship with media. No single parental control that'll create a well-adjusted adult with a healthy body image. The good news is letting a toddler watch a little extra TV a day so you can maintain your sanity isn't going to end in disaster. A new report from the American Academy of Pediatrics came out this week, goes beyond the typical hour limits to make it a more nuanced look at children's relationship with screens. In addition to updated advice for families, it looks deeper into what is behind problematic screen time, and it finds that it's not just parenting. Quote, the ecosystem is shaped by industry incentives, lies largely outside the control of individual families. The group's recommendations have been steadily evolving alongside the developments in technology. A decade ago, it recommended no more than 2 hours of screen time for kids over 2. Then it loosened those limits, but suggested no screens under 18 months, with a few exceptions. It has now switched to advice that focuses more on the quality of content and other activities it's replacing what adults are doing on their own screens. You know, I could see this. They say, be more flexible, and adults pay attention to your kids. That's kind of one of the big messages is, we don't have to worry as much about the kids as we have to worry about the adults who get lost in their own screen time and they ignore the kids. That's probably true. Also, parents need to think about their role in role modeling. At the same time, exact designs that are working on kids are working on parents too. Instead of a movie night where everyone picks up their own individual screen and escapes into a different world, try getting them on the same big screen. Joint media consumption is associated with greater learning, according to the report. Watching a TV show or movie also creates a shared experience that you can bond over. Well, that's good. Speaking over bond, Nick, don't shake your head. No. I'll be watching James Bond movies all weekend. Oh, I'm excited about that. Power do not fail us now. We got playoff football as well this weekend. I know Nick's very excited about that. Folks, enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for a great week. We'll see you Monday at 5 p.m.
The Chad Hasty Show, a presentation of Texas Town Square Media Network. The views and opinions expressed during the Chad Hasty Show are not necessarily the views of this station's staff, management, advertisers, or Town Square Media.